What's going on, everybody? You're now tuned into Progression Over Perfection, where we don't strive to be perfect, we just strive to progress every day in every way imaginable. And I was just thinking to myself, as you can see, the title of this video is Practice Gratitude. Practice gratitude, what does that mean? Well, practicing gratitude just means being grateful for all the many blessings that you have in your life. Oftentimes, we get in this way of thinking or this frame of mind where we feel as if our life isn't good enough. We need this in order to be happy. We need that in order to be fulfilled. And ultimately, it leads us down a path of negative thoughts, negative emotions, depression, so on and so forth. I've been there. I've been that person. Let me tell you how easy it is to change your perspective when it comes to practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude instantly changes your perspective. Let me tell you what I mean. You wake up, you go to work, you drive in your car, you pass by the same coworkers, in the galley or in the cafeteria, so on and so forth. You come home, you wash dishes, wash clothes, do the dishes, go to bed, and you feel unfulfilled. You feel like your life is not even worth living, But never did you stop to think about the fact that you drove to work. You have a vehicle. A lot of people, that's just one. A lot of people don't even have a vehicle. They got to call a ride. They got to get a Lyft, Uber, so on and so forth. They got to make sure someone is there to pick them up at a certain time so that they get to work on time. That's not your reality. For some people it is. But that's just one thing. You have a vehicle. Where do you go? You go to work. You go to work. You have a job. I get it. It may not be the job of your dreams. It may be time for you to make a move, and find something that's a little more fulfilling, something that, you get a little more happiness out of. But you have a job. You have steady income. Sure, just like this month. With the bills, this time of month, the first of the month, around that time, you're going to get robbed. They're going to take everything. Uncle Sam don't play. But at the end of the day, at least you're able to pay those bills. So at the end of the day, you even got to be grateful for the fact that you have bills that you can pay. And you can pay them because you have employment. So you're getting a steady paycheck. Again, may not be where you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, even next year, but you have income. You drive back home, from that job that, again, may not be as fulfilling to you, but it provides income. It allows for you to take care of your family, and you go home. You go home. You don't go to a halfway house. You don't go stand on a median with a cup and ask people for nickels and dimes. You go home. You have a home. Imagine getting there and you have a wife waiting for you or a significant other, even if you don't, though. I'm just saying that should boost your gratitude right there. You have a wife, a loving wife waiting for you. You have a child waiting for you. He's healthy, he's strong, he's not hungry because you're providing. Again, I'm going into a lot of different pockets of gratitude, but you can just pick one. Just pick one. I've done it many times. But let's get back to the topic. You're home. More than likely, you're going to eat dinner It may not be steak. I don't really care for steak like that anyway, but I'm just for the sake of the video. It may not be steak. It may not be lobster. I ain't really a big lobster fan. Anyway, but you have food. You got a piece of bread. You got that bologna, as the guy Po-Yo Wang say. You know, you got bologna to put on that bread. You got mustard. You know, long story short, you have food, you have sustenance, you have something. And then you go to bed. And more than likely you're gonna wake up, you're gonna do it all over again, but you go to bed. Even if your bed is on the floor, I mean, even if, you know, you're on the floor with a pillow or no pillow, you know, and you got just a cover, you have a place, you have shelter over your head. Say it's a storming outside, you know, you ain't getting wet because you got shelter. So I just say all of that to say, you know, be grateful, be thankful. Also, they've said, and they meaning I've read where, and I believe this, I believe, speaking of God, that when you're grateful for the things that you have, you'll get more in abundance. You'll get more in abundance. But first you got to be grateful for the many things you have now. Don't overlook your blessings. Don't for a second overlook your blessings. You know, they may be small to you, but to someone who doesn't have them, they're huge. They're monumentous. They're very significant. So that's the word of the day. Be grateful. Practice gratitude. And here's something that I'm going to leave with this. Something that you could do is get a journal or get a piece of paper. And each day, when you wake up, before you head out to work, or if you work from home, take that paper, you know, get your coffee. If you don't drink coffee, get your tea. You don't drink tea, drink some water. You need to start your day by rehydrating. You ain't drink water all night. If you're like me, you might have took some sips, you know, here and there, you know, as you go to turn over. Long story short, get that, sit down, and write one thing. It ain't even got to be 3. Write one thing that you're grateful for that you may overlook, you know, on a day-to-day basis. You know, name one thing. The fact that you woke up, you know, the fact that you heading out to work and you got a car to drive. Again, you don't have to call nobody for a ride. The fact that you heading to work, you have a job. You know, the fact that you heading to work, you ain't going in there naked. Unless you crazy, unless you want to be put in handcuffs. So, you got clothes to put on your back. Now, I know you're going to wash your funky butt before you even put those clothes on. I hope so. You got a shower. Or you got some type of way to wash your body. So, write down one thing every day, every morning. And I would say also at night. You know, one thing that you're grateful for that happened during the day or that you normally don't realize, you know, or you let escape you. Do that. And think about, ponder on that one thing. Don't just say, oh, you know, I got a car. I can drive to work. Think about it. Think about the significance of it. Think about if you didn't have it. How much more challenging life may be. Or irritating or, you know, lackluster, you know. Do that. Do that for a week. And go back and look at those things. Try to pick one thing each day. You're probably going to find that you can list a lot more than one. There's your gratitude. Practice gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have. If you want more, you have to first start by being grateful for the things that you currently have. Fresh, clean drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Again, there are things that we take for granted oftentimes. We don't think about. Appreciate those things. Appreciate the people in your life. Appreciate the people in your life. That's the video. So, the message today is practice gratitude. Be grateful for all the many blessings that you have. Be grateful. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Because you could be without. Totally. So that's the video. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Progression Over Perfection, where again, we don't strive to be perfect. We just strive to progress every day in every way imaginable. Slante, I appreciate you tuning in once again. Get out there and do something today. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. It just has to be progressive. Peace and love.